O'Brien, take a nap. Didn't see any of this. You're not involved.
Right, sir. I'll just be standing over here, dozing off.
Data, you've got 10 minutes. That's it. If you see anybody but Sarchenka,
I will signal for a...
Hello, welcome back to Star Trek Sodium. This week we have Star Trek Next Generation Season 2 classic, Pen Pals. In this episode from Next Generation, Data begins communicating with a strange child on a distant and hazardous world. So here's some facts that I found out, just for you. The genesis for the idea of the episode, Pen Pals, came to story creator Hannah Shearer allegedly having had a pen pal with a girl from Panama when she was a child herself. This pen pal had unfortunately been killed to bits during the US invasion of Panama in 1968, so she wanted to have a happy ending for the pen pal in her story for Star Trek. The pen pal child in the episode isn't killed to bits in the slightest, and we have an episode which went on to garner critical acclaim. Now, the actress who plays the pen pal child, Sarchenka, in the episode, had extremely long fingers due to an accident with farming machinery just 2 years prior to filming. This helped her to be selected from hundreds of child actors who wanted the part in this Hensing show. Something else of note is that Rick Berman was extremely pleased with her casting for the episode because he perhaps was overheard saying that her face looks like an alien's face before even applying any makeup.
What would you say we are now, sir?
On his first afternoon of filming the episode Pen Pals, young Will Wheaton needed a refreshment and visited a herbalist drink stand at the side of the street near Paramount Studios. The drink he bought was indeed refreshing on that hot June day, but he hadn't realised that it contained mind-altering enzymes, which altered his mind. The drink took its effect only minutes after. The Picard actor, Patrick Stewart, probably commented that it was strange to see Wheaton walking into a wall instead of through the door. Throughout the afternoon, the Wesley actor was sick twice, fell asleep, and even accused Jonathan Frakes of trying to steal his hands. Luckily, only a few hours later, the strange drink had left his body and he'd given his colleagues a thing or two to think about. Outside of filming Star Trek, Picard and Riker actors had become firm friends and joined each other in certain activities together. One which they never missed was swimming on a Saturday afternoon. Patrick Stewart had been a swimming champion at his college in England back in the 1960s, but in 1988 he found that Jonathan Frakes was beating him in nearly every facet of swimming. The Picard actor possibly commented to Frakes that Frakes was only better than him at swimming because he had his hair to keep him buoyant, whilst Patrick Stewart was becoming more and more bald, like a famous egg. Gene Roddenberry allegedly tells the story of how, in a bid to become even better at swimming than Picard, Frakes had the brainwave that if he was to have even more hair, he would be even more buoyant, and therefore even more of a capable swimmer. So Frakes asked Roddenberry's permission if he could grow a beard after season 1 had finished. That's why, if you have eagle eyes, you'll have noticed that in season 2, Riker has a beard, but in season 1, he doesn't even have one. During the filming of Pen Pals, Lever Burton was on his lunch break with friend Marina Citrus when he commented about how his cousin Tim had challenged him to a blindness test. Allegedly, Tim had dared Lever to close his eyes and feel his way around safely in a dangerous environment without coming to harm, as Lever had now had over a year and a half's experience at being blind. After getting encouraged by Marina, Lever Burton met up with Tim, who took him to a secret location. It was the studio set that was being used to film Warner Brothers' upcoming Batman movie for release in 1989. It was the set of Inside Gotham Cathedral. Both chairs, seats and debris were scattered all around, and Lever was to move from one end to the other using nothing but his touch sensations. After only a few seconds, Lever walked into a wooden chair, banging his knee and causing his Star Trek knee some degree of pain. "Screw this," he reportedly shouted at his cousin as he stormed out of the studio, his leg throbbing like a wet melon. The name of this episode is Pen Pals, but did you know that there were other episode names in contention? Names rejected by Rick Berman for various reasons included The Communicators, Pen Friends, Pen Aliens, Nottingham, Breach of Security, Security Sword, and Sword of Security Honor Mechanoids. New Star Trek storyboard artist Lance Ranner had famously approached Rick Berman again with another bold new idea. He would produce a new format of episode art that would inspire the youth of today to view a show that they would normally scoff at. A week later, and Lance brought in his finished poster for Rick. No original versions of this exist, but based on rumours, it looked exactly like this. Not only did Rick Berman not understand anything about the image at all, but he ordered all copies of it destroyed. He wasn't against Lance trying new things, he just didn't understand what he was looking at. Lance was ordered to continue his good work though, and try again for the next episode. It was during the filming of Pen Pals that the great science fiction war of 1988 was really starting to heat up. A certain member of the Star Trek production team began a soapy affair with the wife of one of the main actors from Short Circuit 2. Not out of attraction, but out of malicious revenge, to add even more turmoil to the continued disarray of Short Circuit 2 on the whole. No one knows who it was, but a letter was delivered to Paramount Studios saying something about, "I'll get you for this, Rick, you scumbag." After filming had wrapped on Pen Pals, the Worth actor, who had been piling on the pounds due to too many lunchtime pies, decided to get exercise and walk home from the Paramount lot to his apartment in Beverly Crusher Hills. Thinking he knew the way, he declined help from his cousin Jonathan Frakes and set off on his way home. Unfortunately, only a few minutes into the trip, he found himself on the wrong side of the tracks and was completely lost. He walked block after block, the people around him and the properties looking worse and worse. Reportedly, he was quaking with fear when, by happy accident, Dr. Pulaski actor Diana Muldaur was driving past and picked up the quaking actor, delivering him home safely. Now those with eagle eyes may have noticed that the space character of Sarjenka is covered in a glittery residue which gives her an otherworldly appeal. It truly makes her seem like she's from another world, far off in the reaches of the galaxy. The truth, though, couldn't be further from the truth. The makeup department first applied an underbase of toning skin colour, then dusted with a glitter, which was then lightly stuck in place with a liquid, not unlike common hairspray, which kept the glitter attached in place on her body. This is what gives Sarjenka her otherworldly appeal, truly making it seem like she's from another world, far off in the reaches of our galaxy. And if there's any other truth to the rumours I've heard, she actually went on to play 7 of 9 in Star Trek's less popular Voyager series. Now here's the comment of the week, left by Marsha D5X or something. That person says, "Considering that it's not the 32nd of March, I'm not sure what this was supposed to be. I think I'll check how I can avoid further entries by this YouTuber though." Thanks very much for your comment, very nice. Thanks for watching my super interesting facts about pen pals, and I hope that you have a pen pal in real life, because it's such a kind thing to do. please subscribe if you want some more facts, or if you want to watch some more of my older facts, because of course we're covering every single episode of Star Trek and the films and dredging up as many absolutely possibly true facts as we can. I'll see you next week. Hit the like and please leave a comment with a fact of your own if you've discovered something interesting. Okay, see you next time. Ta-ta!